Alright, so iPhone 11, it's definitely coming out really soon. This video, we have a bunch of new stuff about this brand new device, and we will be seeing it hitting shelves like around the fall. Now, we will be talking about the overall launch dates, the pricing, design, the overall phone, and specs. A lot of these leaks are already really official, with a bunch of case makers out there making the cases already, and those are like down to earth, like the most realist type of leaks. So launch date, it's pretty simple. Apple announced the iPhone XS series on September 12th, 2018. The company had some pretty weird pre-order dates. For example, the iPhone XS and the XS Max were available for pre-order September 14th, and they went on sale September 21st. The iPhone XR was up for pre-order October 19th and hit stores October 26th. So pretty much Apple always follows the same exact launch date pattern every single year. And for 2019, we will be seeing the phone having a launch date of September 10th or September 13 or 14. It's going to be sometime in that week. But of course, we will be seeing it hit pre-orders like 2 days after. And the closer you are to Apple's headquarters in California, the faster you'll receive the shipments. So right now, if you look at Evan Blass's Twitter post, this is the Verizon marketing document that suggests a late September launch for this year's iPhones. This is an official Verizon marketing calendar. It's pretty awesome. You can see other major phone companies like Samsung and the Google Pixel 4. So it's pretty cool, and we can finally see the new iPhone 11 launching on that time with the iOS 13. Price-wise, wow, this is gonna be really expensive, so definitely start saving your money, because seriously, if you want to get yourself one of these luxury phones, they cost an arm and a leg. Now, iPhone XS Max, one of the most expensive phones ever made, started prices in around $1,100 to $1,200, and with parts and everything getting more expensive, we may be seeing the starting price for this year's iPhones being $100 more compared with the iPhone XS and the XS Max. iPhone 11R is a totally different story. It's going to be having a LCD panel and a much cheaper price tag. Everyone is saying Apple could go more mid-range with the R series around $600, which is actually remarkably good since it's actually not that bad of a price for Apple devices. Definitely cheaper than the $1,000 Apple stand. Now, cameras. Apple's current flagships already offer really solid cameras, but they're not the best camera phones out there. Other phones like Pixel 3 and the Huawei P30 Pro are really kicking iPhone's butt in the overall camera department, but right now we will be seeing the new Apple iPhone 11 having a triple setup on the very back, which has been leaked like numerous times, so it shouldn't be a major surprise. Now, according to the analyst whose note was reported on by Economic Daily News, which is a really big site for leaked smartphones, the cameras will be offering advanced 3D depth sensing lenses and uses a brand new software to pretty much improve iPhone's AR capabilities. AR has always been a major point of emphasis in Apple devices. Apple pretty much made the first big introduction of it and also launched the Apple's AR toolkit for developers to start making these apps. Apple wants to be the leading contender in this new genre of apps. So pretty much, people really think the triple lens setup is really ugly on the very back, but it's actually pretty nice. The power of these lenses are going to be absolutely stunning, something that you probably have never seen before. Now, Min-Chi Kuo, who is one of the biggest Apple analysts out there, is saying that it will be having a 5.8 to 6.5 inches and a 3-lens camera for both of the smartphones. Forget about the iPhone 11R. That's going to be having a regular setup. It's not going to have anything really special. It's kind of like a mid-range, nice and friendly budget smartphone. Also, Bloomberg has come out with their own report backing the idea of the iPhone XS Max having a triple lens setup on the very back. One standard lens supported by a wide angle lens and a zoom lens. So pretty much it'll be pretty cool. And you also get the TOF sensor, or time of flights, which is a laser aided 3D depth sensing camera that will definitely improve AR apps. Now, if you ever use like the iPhone X's AR software to measure objects, you know it kind of sucks. Like, it's usually a hit or miss, and it's only like a +10 or -10% accuracy. So, but with the TOF and the 3D depth sensing lens, you will be getting a 100% exact distance, much better than before. Let's talk about the overall design. So the closest, nicest design to the iPhone 11 is this image here by OnLeaks and Kashkara, who are two of the biggest leakers out there, just showed off this amazing image of the iPhone 11, which does have a 1 to 2 millimeters of the triple lens camera module bump on the very back. Side buttons are exactly the same. Everything else is a glass finish. Keep in mind that the camera lenses and the back glass is one consecutive glass piece. If you crack a piece, it might actually spread it to the overall cameras, and you're pretty much screwed. And phones are getting more fragile, and Gorilla Glass is not going to save you. Mark Grumman, who is a reporter for Bloomberg, absolutely one of the biggest Apple leakers out there, on Twitter just posted these moldings for the iPhone 11 series. You get the regular iPhone 11, iPhone 11R in the middle, and the iPhone 11 Max. You can see the premium and more expensive models do have a higher screen-to-body ratio and an extra lens on the back, along with better flash sensors and also the TOF sensor. So of course, all these different renders show you a fantastic image of the new smartphone. And one of the biggest things I want to tell you guys is it's getting a smaller notch. Now, Elixir, who is one of the biggest case makers out there, keep in mind that case makers always get the schematics for the phones first. So this is why I could magically pre-order your phone and pre-order the overall case from your favorite company at the same time. It's not magic, it's because major companies send their phone schematics to them to start making the cases. This pleases the consumers, and this actually makes pre-orders faster because people don't have to wait for the cases to come out first. So Elixir is pretty much selling iPhone 11 screen protectors, camera protectors, and cases already. If you want to get one of these concept cases and accessories, you should definitely cop one right now. But you can see the overall notch is a lot smaller. Apple has found a bunch of ways to shrink the overall speaker, Face ID sensor, which is extremely important and the best in the world, and also the single lens camera. Overall design is going to be pretty similar to the iPhone XS Max, but you do get a smaller notch, a higher screen to body ratio, and a triple lens setup on the very back. Processors, specs, features, it's going to be having a bunch of these things. It's not always about the overall design. Bring on the A13. Apple has been working with the Taiwan Semiconductor for years to supply the processor in its iPhones. According to industry analysis, that won't change anytime soon. These analyses told EE Times that last August, Apple has already linked a deal with TSMC to start making the A13 processors for the 2019 phones. These are going to absolutely blow every single benchmark and pretty much distance themselves from the major Android chips out there. You will be getting some sort of a wireless power share, which is kind of like a AirPower type of thing, which allows you to put any type of wirelessly charged device on top of the smartphone to charge it. This is why Apple canceled AirPower, and this is why Apple is going for this feature. Last but not least, 5G. You must be excited for this, but iPhone 11 isn't getting it. So pretty much every single Android phone out there like Samsung is getting this type of technology. But there's a major report in Bloomberg saying that Apple is likely not delivering a 5G iPhone until 2020. This is actually understandable. Apple is actually one of those few companies who likes to wait on the newest tech, make sure all the bugs are done, make sure everything is set up, and then they launch a totally superior product with no bugs, everything's perfect type of deal. Apple has always done this, and they're doing the same thing with 5G. So iPhone 12 is getting 5G capabilities and iPhone 11 is not. So if you want to be getting a 5G device this year, you better be switching to Android. So these are pretty much all the newest leaks out there. We got to see the official launch date coming up. We also got to see some brand new technologies and also the new specs. Also, one more thing, so long 3D Touch. It's never coming back and you'll never see that again. So major rumors out there are saying that it's going to be getting rid of it, and these informations were spotted by Mac Rumors, who pretty much found and searched the iOS 13 notes, and it turns out, well, 3D Touch is going to be leaving the iPhone 11. So anyway, thanks for watching. Comment below, would you be getting this brand new smartphone? And if you do, what would you do to it, and what type of features do you want it to be having? Thanks for watching.